What's up, YouTube? We decided to start a 3D printer farm. Let's call it a super mini 3D printer farm at this point. We just got started, so we only have currently 4 3D printers, one X1 carbon. Sorry, I got that covered there. One X1 carbon and 3 A1 3D printers from Bambu Labs. They are phenomenal. We've had nothing but good things to say about these printers. This is the first time in many years that I've really come to really like an engineered 3D printer. Usually I would build them from scratch. Many years ago, I made the Prusa. I did a Prusa i3 build, and I loved that. And I built everything from scratch. I even had the rods machined and everything just to make it mine, and had the custom firmware, custom Marlin firmware installed and things. And it was fun, but it was a process, definitely. It took quite a while. There was a lot of tinkering involved, and you got to calibrate the darn things over and over and over. So it wasn't that fun in that aspect, but I got prints out of it. I got stuff to work, and then I sold it. In this case, we have the Anycubic. Now, fast forward 10 years, we have an Anycubic Cobra Go. I got my son for Christmas about 2 years ago, and we loved that, and it was fun and everything, 3D printing, but it wasn't always a successful 3D print, and a lot of times we would have to recalibrate or figure out what's going on, and that just kills the joy when you're working with your kids with something and you gotta then troubleshoot while we're trying to actually build something else. So, so that part of it wasn't that fun, but having a 3D printer was fun. So now we fast forward 2 years from then, and Bambu has released, I think they released these printers, their printer line, maybe last year or the year before. I don't recall, but I was skeptical. We saw one in a micro center near us. We were there to pick up some stuff for my job, for my day job. We saw the X1 Carbon, and I was back and forth and in and out of the store just thinking about it. I think we spent hours roaming around getting stuff for work, but then also thinking about, should I buy one? And my wife just made me pull the trigger, and we all instantly fell in love with it. Just to be able to, think about it, since you're a kid, you just want your imagination to come to life. And this is what these printers allow you to do. They're like, they operate like an iPhone does. It just works every time. It's like using a regular 2D printer, when you print paper. It just prints. You can send it from your phone, send a print from your phone on the Bambu Handy app, or you can sit down at a computer like the old Mac I have in the background, at Bambu Studio, and then print out a print from there, and you can do more customization and modifications on the print through Bambu Studio than you can't really do any modifications on the Bambu Handy app, although you can select how many to print. So you can have it fill the print bed, however many it can fit, it'll try to fit, and then it'll print. But yeah, we love these things, loved so much so that I started to think, well, maybe we can make a business out of this. There's social media, YouTube. I've never been one for social media myself. Oh, my apologies. I've never been one for social media myself, but we've got this, we had this idea, and we figure, I love YouTube. I use it every day for everything. Just to learn anything I want. If I just have a random thought, I just look it up on YouTube. And I instantly learn how to do something. So we figure, why not do the same for people who are thinking about doing what we did and starting a mini 3D printer farm. Very mini, but we're hoping it can expand, and we can only do that with your help. That's why the YouTube channel. That's why we'll be posting on social media. We'll be selling some of our prints. Actually, a lot of the things that we print, even the failed prints, will be for sale, in the shop. I've heard there's a market for it, so we'll try it out. If you want to contribute or help us in any way, then you can watch these videos, like, comment, subscribe, and go over to the TikTok shop and maybe purchase one of our trinkets that we'll have available for purchase. We do custom printing also. Yes, we do custom printing also. So a friend of mine needed a last minute costume part replacement. So we ended up, I'm sorry, the cat is eating a piece of plastic from the 3D printer. Stop it. It's not food, not food. So yeah, be careful about your 3D printer waste. Plastic is everywhere. You got to make sure that your animals don't eat it because they're not very smart. He's a cute kitty though. So where was I? Oh, costume. So friends of ours, Brent and Tierney, they needed a quick costume part replacement or just a build. They were thinking about doing it different ways. He has a 3D printer. He's also in my boat where he had a crappy 3D printer and he's been using it and tolerating it and, you know, constantly calibrating it and fixing it. And then they had this emergency Halloween print they needed, and they needed it by yesterday. So it was like crunch time. Yesterday was Halloween, just from when I post this video. So crunch time. So he asked me if I could do a multicolor print for him. I said, heck yeah. And it had, well, I could show you part of it. Anyways, I don't know what happened to the rest of it, but we have horns and we have, I did deliver this. You can see it on his TikTok or Instagram. But the final product, but this is a failed print actually, because it just had too many layer lines in it and some little flyaways and stuff. And I was printing this one at full speed. I just wanted to see what it would look like and how it would come out. This was not a multicolor print. So the final print was multicolor with a red eye. So we got that over to him with the horns and everything. This is meant to be placed on a headband, and then I guess it belongs to a character from a video game, Cult of the Lamb. I'm not familiar, but I heard it's really cool and they like it, and I wanted to help them out. So we did that. I printed it. I printed a couple different iterations of it just to see how it would print and to test my skills, because I am learning also. Bambu Studio is brand new to me, so I was messing around with certain things and infill settings and changing the supports and things like that. So this model definitely needed supports. It has like a lot of it has cantilever and a lot of different things, overhangs and things. So it's not the most difficult model, but it definitely needed supports and some modifications. I've been playing with Blender. As you can see, this is Baby Dragon. His name is Fire On, named by my daughter. But so he actually has an orange iteration, which I'll find at some point, maybe during this video, maybe in the next one. But you'll see these guys sitting around the shop here and there during our videos. We just print constantly. So when it's not farm printing, like these little figures for the gotcha eggs that are going to be available in the TikTok shop and maybe some other outlets, Amazon or somewhere, we're going to be making custom prints. So this guy was designed by me with help from YouTube, obviously, checking, videos and learning and doing some Blender stuff and using AI tools to create the initial first image based on my description. So I use ChatGPT and to produce the image. And then I used every AI tool there is pretty much to come up with different images. So I forget honestly which one I selected, but I think ChatGPT produced one through a third party or something, and I loved that one. So this is what this was based on. He doesn't look exactly like that image because then I had to upload the image into Meshy. If you're not aware of Meshy, Meshy is another AI tool that allows you to create 3D models for animation. In my case, I just needed a 3D model to 3D print. So I uploaded it into there, and it came out with many iterations. And then finally, we stumbled upon this iteration, and we really liked it. I made some minor modifications, just smoothing out some edges and removing some stuff. But which honestly, I probably should have removed their wings because they didn't print very well. You'll see multiple holes. It kind of looks like it's on purpose. So not so bad there, right? But yeah, he's got a bunch of holes in his wings. So my daughter said he can't fly, but you know, he's a baby, he's still growing. So fire on. Yeah. So what else is there to talk about? 3D print stuff. Put this build plate back. Actually, I think that's the wrong one, but it doesn't really matter. These little guys need to go in their little container here. Oh. All right, so kids love these little things. There's little 3D printed animals, so we'll be producing these and putting them in eggs for the shop. There's plenty of different iterations. I think this one's an ice dragon. We have the family line here. It's a fire dragon, a thunder dragon. There's also a forest dragon, a couple other iterations. But you'll see that available in the TikTok shop. There's other things that we just printed just for fun. Cake snake here, which is I don't remember who the artist was, but this was really fun. I can imagine this was AI produced, maybe like my production of the. Or they just came up with cake snake. I don't know. It's cute though. My daughter thought it was funny. So we got a bunch of different things going on here. Obviously, you can't start a 3D print farm without printing a few benchies, which I'm missing a benchy. Somebody took my benchy. So I have to raid the kids. Actually, there may be a benchy upstairs in the photo gallery where we take our shots for Instagram and TikTok. But there's our very first benchy, I think, maybe second, third, maybe. But benchy is a good way to check your calibration and make sure everything's good. Yeah, that's it. You'll notice that all the units that we have an AMS, so they all do multicolor prints. And for the most part, I do multicolor prints on everything except for the eggs. We've experimented with different multicolor prints. The eggs will be random when you get them, so you'll never know what color you get. But we ended up settling on what a lot of people do with these eggs is they use a dual color filament, and that just works way better. There's no filament change in between to change colors. So, and it gives you this cool look. I mean, oh. So you can see the color ranges there. There's like a silver gold there. There's I think this is supposed to be a pink, like red rose, red and black color. And then there's a green and black color, and it just has these nice color streaking going on. And so those look really cool. Cookie CAD makes awesome filament, but it's way too expensive to use. But you know, there's this iridescent, almost purple color they have called Witchcraft, I think, and we love that. There's also a couple others, but we'll go into that further in another video. But yeah, I think that's it. I went over everything. Print farm, got started with one X1 carbon, decided to purchase 3 more, and I think I'm going to purchase 2 more A1s. Decided to purchase 3 A1s. And then I'm probably going to purchase 2 more, but we've got to move this probably to the garage because there's already built-in shelving. I think it'll work better for what we're trying to do here, and we may have to redesign everything, get new racking and things, and but we'll see. That'll probably be in the next upcoming video. We'll do a lot of little posts for Instagram, and I keep saying Instagram, but I think it's mainly for the TikTok videos, TikTok shop and whatnot. but we'll do a couple. You'll see something almost every day, every week on there, and then we'll try to get to posting a video at least once a month on YouTube. Our jobs are very demanding. We work full time at our original jobs, at our day jobs, and we do have 2 kids who now are coming into different activities. So it's that time of year. So we're going to be very busy, but we'll try very hard to get this going, because I mean, we really want to make this our day jobs, because we'd love to. This is what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about making things, about just experimenting, tinkering, and just having fun and doing things that the kids love. I really, really love doing things with the kids and spending time with the family. And obviously, having to go to a day job that's unrelated kind of takes away from that. But you know, it is what it is. That's life, right? So, but maybe one day we can make this into a full-fledged business, and that's all up to you guys. So like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, if you have any suggestions for me, I'm really struggling with the video. Making the videos is hard, right? Standing in front of a camera, if you don't do it every day. And it's hard if you can't see yourself. So I can't currently see myself because I'm using my cell phone to record this. Maybe there's some different software I could use where I do have you may see me keep looking over. I do have a display here that just has the time on it. It's just a TV in this living area, but I just use a time app to display the time all the time and not make the TV stay on. But maybe there's another way I can do this to where I can have a prompter and a video in the corner that shows me what I look like. I just did this video already, but it cropped off the top of my head because I didn't pay attention to where I was standing, and I should probably put a line on the floor or something. I think I'm already too close. But the video quality is not great. So if you guys have any suggestions or other YouTubers you want to comment and tell me what you've done. I did just get in this lavalier microphone that works phenomenally compared to the phone. Way better than the phone. And I think it was like $30 or something like that. So I can put a link in the description to that. There's also the lights that we got. I got various different styles, and I think these actually are on 2 different settings. That one's daylight. That one's a cool white. And then I have these cheaper ones in the background. None of them come with the power. All right, so they all come with USB connections for whatever friggin' reason, but none of them come with the power. So I had to order separately later on a bunch of little dongles, little chargers to plug in various locations, or unless you have the surge protectors that do have USB ports. I do have some around here. They're not really popular with me because when the USB port fails, it fails, and it usually does fail, and it's not a brick, so you got to keep it with the surge protector, whatever. So yeah, so I don't think I ever mentioned the name. So Savvy Prince is the name of a savvy.prince if you want to look for it on Instagram or TikTok. But Savvy Prince 3D printing, that's our business now. So we're trying to build it up, and we'll soon be releasing things to the TikTok shop within the next few weeks. Like I said, I am working on the Blender thing and 3D designing my own models. So licensing becomes an issue. So I'm trying to figure all of that out. And so it's a long haul, but I've got to release content. So I'm going to take you guys every step of the way. I did do some stuff in Blender already, obviously, and then produced my little fire on, and I'll come up with some other custom designs maybe later on. I've been running myself ragged and barely gotten any sleep, as you can probably tell from the eye bags. But we will get this done, and we'll get this off the ground. And hopefully with your help, we can continue to do it going forward into the future for the next many years. So that is it. So, oh, sorry, I'm tinkering with the mic. That may make noises. So I got to head to work, but thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, like, comment, subscribe, and you can see the next one and help me improve. But thank you guys.